is everlasting, truly everlasting. And true things, we talk about bad things, only ever bad things. This past year's been a nightmare. I've been losing my shit trying to fight fair. Really all I need is fresh air. Wanna get lost and know somewhere. My girl love never came back. I've been racking my brain trying to think back. Was I truly ever like that? Was I really ever like that? I don't believe in fate. I think the weight of the world lies on your shoulders. I think I need a change, 'cause as of late I've been living in a wasteland. Losing sleep, watch the light reflecting, the hours never ending. And do you think life is everlasting, truly everlasting? Don't you just walk out that door? I never wanna leave your side, leave your side. I'll pick myself off the floor. I never wanna leave your side again. Don't you just walk out that door? I never wanna leave your side, leave your side. I'll pick myself off the floor. I never wanna leave your side again. I don't believe fate is written me to get my shit together. I think I need a change, 'cause as of late I've been living in a wasteland. I don't believe in fate. I think the weight of the world lies on your shoulders. I think I need a change, 'cause as of late I've been living in a wasteland. For the day to come where they fuck us for the rest of our lives. Well, I told you all once, well, I told you all twice, that this is the start of our demise. 1, 2! Well, they fill your head with lies, try to twist you up inside.
What's up, everyone? Happy Monday. It's been a while since I've gone live. Part of that's because, well, nothing's really happened market-wise. I've also been traveling a lot. So, sorry for the lack of update, but I'll be honest with you, there's been really nothing much to update. It's been kind of tough as, like, yes, I'm a trader, but I also kind of lean into somewhat content creation because I stream, I tweet, I talk on Twitter Spaces. I have the Discord, so I am providing content. So I'd say I'm partially a content creator. Um, it is definitely not easy to provide content when there's nothing happening. So I also have the trading school and the like the trading analysis, which I provide trade setups for people. And for the last 60 days, there's been nothing. Right there, we really haven't had anything. We had one. I tried an XRP short and then it invalidated, and then I tried a Bitcoin long this morning, and that news kind of invalidated that. So really, nothing's been happening. It's been a very non-chaotic 60+ days, which is kind of nice. Like we had a whole year of craziness, then we had that huge pump. Now we get some, I guess, time off. So that's kind of what I've been doing, is going on trips. Any chance I get to be outside, especially it's supposed to be the hottest summer. Not like ever, but one of the hot, like the Farmer's Almanac says it's supposed to be the hottest summer in a long time. Right? It was literally 95 degrees yesterday. Now it does, like where I live, it does get up to 100, but that's in July and August. It's May. So, I'm trying to be outside, trying to, whether it's fishing or whatever it is. I also got back into boxing. I started training with a bunch of guys again. So just getting back and getting involved with stuff. We had a crazy bull market, a crazy bear market now, or excuse me, a crazy beginning bear market. We're still in a bear market ultimately, but it's just kind of a little update. I will be streaming, but I want you guys to understand that if there's nothing going on in the chart, like if we're literally just going sideways, there's nothing to talk about. I'll try and stream once a week, maybe twice, but it's tough. It's tough to just repeat yourself, because there's just like lack of excitement there. But anyways, what's up, Dorian? How's it going? What's up, Mike? What's up, yes sir? Celebrations did go well. Yeah, my brother got married. We had 200 people there. Yeah, it was a crazy time. I actually really didn't get that crashed. I had to drive home. I have for those of you that know, I have a giant dog, so I had to go back to him. No, it was fun. My girlfriend's dad got blackout drunk with my uncle. They're both Hispanic, right? So my girlfriend's dad's Puerto Rican, my uncle's Cuban. And they were just like on the dance floor, just trash. It was hilarious. It's awesome. But yeah, let's talk charts while you guys are here. I'm gonna try and keep it a little brief today, just because again, there's really not much going on. But with the S&P 500, I think we broke out. 4,200 was my area of breakout. It's kind of in a weird spot, right? I've heard and seen multiple reports that there's only a couple stocks like holding the market up. But we also have confluence at the XY. We also have confluence with risk. So it's in a weird spot, right? I would like to see personally, and this would really hurt risk, right? If we kind of retested continued higher. Obviously for risk, we just want to continue higher, because if the stock market goes down, obviously Bitcoin's going to go down with it. Again, we're in a weird spot because we did a news dump today. I don't know if it's a complete breakdown. I don't think so, because volume doesn't validate, but when in room. Moving on, the DXY. So this is where I'm finding confluence. I just put this diagonal here last week. I don't think I streamed last week, but I put it there for the students just as like a visual. It's nothing serious yet. There's no weight behind this diagonal. So if you're looking at it saying, oh, we hit resistance, that's huge. It's nothing yet. The true resistance is 105, right? But the point I'm trying to provide is it's starting to look like a bear flag, right? We're starting to kind of get this move down. I had called many, many weeks ago that we're most likely going to get a bear flag, not a true double bottom. Double bottoms don't do this. They also don't do this, right? You go straight and break out. I'd also like to add that double bottoms aren't this large in magnitude, right? I mean, if this was Bitcoin, this is probably a 30, 40, 50% move to break that area. I don't think it's a double bottom. I think it's going to make a bear flag. Again, we have confluence with the SPX. We have confluence with the risk. I think it's going to make a bear flag. Moving on, total. Not a lot to talk about here, I'll be honest. I'm kind of more focused on Bitcoin than total at the moment just because these levels are very hard to transcribe. Also, volume's going down, so it's really hard to trust this move down for now. So we're going to keep moving. Tether. One thing I did bring up in class is we are looking at a potential, and again, I would take this with not a lot of weight either, potential head and shoulders. Normally, and again, if this was Bitcoin or the S&P 500, I would never call this a head and shoulders. Partially because there's too many of these weird wicks. There's too much weirdness. It's too wonky. There's no defined neckline. So more or less, looking at a potential head and shoulders. The reason why I'm calling it a head and shoulders, however, is because this is all of crypto, right? This is Tether dominance. This has fluctuations with meme coins, with Bitcoin, with Ethereum. So when you're putting everything in line and knowing that some of these meme coins have pumped over, some of them have done a 500% move upwards in a day. Some of them moved, like I think Pepe did a massive move, right? Like 100,000% move like Sheeb. So again, I would take it with lightweight. Don't look at this too seriously, but don't look at it not seriously. It is starting to look like some kind of head and shoulders. Again, we do have that kind of divergence on the weekly with MACD and RSI. So, taking it with some weight, but not, I'm not like super in tune with this yet. However, if we do start, rounding off, you are making that potential right-handed shoulder. I would say the neckline's here at 5.8 would be the breakdown. I would not say the neckline's here. Excuse me. But that's just my personal opinion. Let's get into Bitcoin. Actually, bleeding crypto, what's good, man? This is the higher low against 1950 or 19,500. Then the next higher high will go up to 34K. Possible. Are you saying? Whoa, you were. I didn't see the other comment. You were repeatedly saying how price will bounce from 27 to 28K to 35K or higher, and you were consistently laughing at bears. How does that feel now? Well, we're still in a range, right? We haven't left our range, so your kind of comeback is one pretty unintelligent. And I blatantly said this on Twitter. I have all open ears to separate opinions. I follow many, many people, and they give their own opinions. They comment on my analysis. They're respectful about it, and I respect that. You can have a different opinion. But if you're going to be an asshole, just leave. Leave or I'm going to block you. You look like an idiot. And I hate to break this to you, but the market will absolutely cease to amaze you. Right? I've seen moves like this, and a couple weeks later, we moonshot. Right? You guys are betting bearish, right? When on an asset, one of the best performing assets of all time, and I'll repeat it again, best performing asset of all time, went down to 80%. We have hit every financial definition of recession. We have hit every financial definition of saying that this recession is over. And you want to tell me that we're going to, make lower lows and Bitcoin's never going to exist again. Guys, Bitcoin rose on nothing. Right? And I don't mean nothing in a bearish way. Bitcoin was nothing. It was a tool to buy drugs and sex traffic on the Silk Road. And now it's finding use. There are countries trying to use blockchain. There are legitimate reasons to use blockchain, right? And there are thousands of them, right? You use Link with the weather. You're using, I don't know what coin it is, but I know in South Korea they're using blockchain to store data with hospitals. And, those are two very bland, basic reasons, but there are reasons for blockchain. It is a data management, data storage, and data access, right? And these are all kind of new, right? You have to remember, like Microsoft Excel and Microsoft Access are outdated. There are much faster ways to go into data, secure data, get involved with data, research data, and you have this kind of new technology with blockchain. And you obviously have some bad apples in blockchain. You have scammers. You have meme coins that are pump and dumps. You have, your You have your, your drug trafficking or your Silk Road, and there's like that with everything. If you look at the stock market, there is 1,000 times the corruption in the stock market than there is with crypto, right? I've worked in the stock market. I was a trader, right? I worked at a hedge fund. There is an unbelievable, and I mean an unbelievable amount of money laundering, sex trafficking, insider trading. Look at the United States government. You guys want to tell me that crypto's corrupt and crypto's going to zero? Our fucking politicians inside trade every single day. There are major funds that get paid off to submit data. I mean, there's so much corruption, not only in this. I mean, yes, there's corruption everywhere, right? There's corruption in crypto. There's also corruption in stocks. So before you say, crypto will never go anywhere because it's corrupt and this and that, look at your stock market. Look at your politicians. Look at half the things you do, right? Look at half of the world leaders. Half of them have been on Epstein's Island, right? So before you say and give me the reason that corruption is why Bitcoin will never go up again, right? Look in the past. Look at your other data points. Look at your other, assets or your asset classes or whatever it might be, because you'll find corruption everywhere. The world is not a nice place. It's not a good place. It is a very evil place, and you're living in a false reality if you think that, there's just no corruption anywhere but crypto. No, I know your comment was to flip. Didn't we have the same move also in June with FUD that back? Yeah, we did. We did. And we're going to get into the Bitcoin TA because it seems like a lot of people are confused. And I drew the scenario for students. Someone had asked me, are we looking at a potential head and shoulders? I had said possibly and kind of drew it out just to give a visual. I am going to remove it just because, it's a visual. It's nothing yet. But we dumped. Why did we dump? More or less because I'm actually going to stretch this out. Let's stretch this out like this. Kind of weird, right? Because we had originally said it was here. Now it's here. Now it's here. We're going to leave that there. We have confluence at these two larger points. We have a breakout. Now we have a retest. Bitcoin TA. So a couple things, guys. And I want you to pay attention to this if you're bearish. So if I was short, and I'm going to tell you right now, I really have no bias. I like to make money. I'm a swing trader. I will make money shorting in a bull market, and I will make money longing in a bear market. I don't give a shit. I'm here to make money. I'm not here to, express my ideas and ideals on you and make you think like me. I don't give a fuck. If Bitcoin goes up, makes a double top, I'm going to short the shit out of it and make a ton of money and go on a fucking cruise or some shit afterwards. Like, you know what I mean? It's I don't have a bias, right? I have a overall macro sentiment idea of saying that the market bottom is probably in. Do I know that we're going to more than likely range, right? Whether it's here, whether it's something like this, whether it's like that, probably, right? We're probably going to range. I have no idea where price will go over the next year, but I have a good idea that the bottom is possibly in. I provided 1,000 reasons for it. But other than that, swing trade wise, I'll make money in either direction. It doesn't make a difference to me. But a couple things. One, from our original top, right? We have volume going down overall. Yes, we have a decent volume spike today, but overall volume is very flat. We don't have an increase in volume. We're not seeing, a confirmation candle with much larger volume than what we've had in the past. We're more or less flat. If we open up a simple moving average with volume, let's see if we can get one. So if we open up our simple moving average with volume, we're yes, it looks a little larger today, of course, but overall, we're pretty much in line with everything else. We haven't seen a large spike in volume in 60 days. I do want to reiterate, and I don't believe that, this is necessarily going to happen. But when I was trading Bitcoin back in June, July, and August, there were lots of people, including myself for a little while, that were extremely bearish this entire time. We had said that, and I was one of these until I saw a long setup. We had said, okay, COVID, we pumped 300% upwards. We need to have a move down before we continue, right? We ended up getting a huge consolidation. I believe this is 60-something days of consolidation here. Ended up making a massive bull flag. We had moves down along the way. We had moves up along the way. But one thing was consistent. From point A to point B, you had volume going down. On top of that, you are in an uptrend, flat volume in an uptrend, again, without any sort of distribution or a distribution pattern. More or less tells you that you're in some kind of consolidation for continuation upwards. So, yes, this is one example. There are thousands of examples. I just thought I'd point it out and give you an opinion. But let's continue moving forward. So, we've moved our support kind of to the last area of support. I will not be moving it any further. Again, I said from the start, I have no idea where this support is in here, right? I'm just looking for a pattern. I'm looking for some kind of lower time frame move. Maybe this is the last move down to get people to short. Who knows, right? But for now, we have a move upwards. We have very low volume. And for those of you that don't know why volume is so low here, it's because Binance removed 0 spot fees. If we completely zoom out, Binance had 0 spot fees through all of this. Now that 0 spot fee trading is removed, volume is now normalized, right? We have the same volume here that we did before 0 spot fees were added. So again, it was removed here. That's why volume is so low. But if we look at, if we kind of move that and look at just strictly volume over the last 60 days, it's been considerably going down. Other than today, which, yes, is a decent spike, but again, I don't think it's enough. We're under bull market support band. Get ready. I don't use the bull market support band. I think that's just a bullshit indicator. I'm going to be completely honest. Because you're not in a bull market until you break all-time highs. The idea that a support band or a diagonal line is going to keep us in a bull or bear market is stupid, right? We are in a bear, and I hate to break this to you guys, we are in a bear market until we break this point up here. Until we break all-time highs, we are in a bear market, right? That is the definition of a bear market. Like, it's kind of crazy that people will say, oh, Bitcoin's in a bull market right now, and we're going to do this and that and the other thing. Like, no, we're in a bear market until we break 69,000. If you're a long-term holder, you are at a loss or at even, or not really making any money, right? If you look at the S&P 500, you would consider this a bear market, right? Because we're not breaking all-time highs. Maybe you could consider it a pullback in the grand scheme of things, but it's only a pullback until we break all-time highs, right? So for right now, you would consider this a bear market, right? If it continues and breaks all-time highs, then it was a pullback and we can continue higher, or maybe a small recession before continuing higher. But until then, it's still a bear market. What's up, Wyvern? How's it going? I do want to cover, so I took a trade today. It ended up not working. Unfortunate. We had been looking at this here. We had some sort of a double bottom. I really liked volume up until the news came in. Again, it's a news-based dump. I'm not sure if I trust it yet. We had a super nice close on 12-hour. Again, it was very, very low volume. But then we dumped. The Binance news is obviously killing the market at the moment. But nothing really significant other than that. I don't really see anything truly bearish here. I did get a question, is there a double top here? And yes, I guess you could consider this a double top, but there's nothing bearish on the weekly, right? And we've seen plenty of double tops and uptrends that never lasted, right? Plus, we have confluence, Bitcoin dominance, rejecting our resistance level. I believe there's also bearish divergence on the monthly. We know if Bitcoin dominance is going up, we're still kind of in that bear market condition where Bitcoin's going to continue going lower. If Bitcoin dominance is going down, that means alts are taking over. That means alts are pumping. When alts are pumping, that means Bitcoin is also pumping and going up. So what I'd like to see is Bitcoin dominance leave 47%. If that happens, again, your altcoins are going to probably gain some traction. I would imagine that we see some nice movement from maybe some of these lower, especially Ethereum. I mean, look at Ethereum to Bitcoin. See if we can get anything from Ethereum to Bitcoin. I mean, Ethereum to Bitcoin's been in this massive range here. So I would like to see this break 0.08. If it does, huge for Ethereum. I'd be longing the shit out of Ethereum. If it breaks below 0.05, then yeah, short Ethereum, whatever. But that's about it for that. But yeah, guys, that's more or less all I have. I know today was quick. You know, again, not much has happened. We're still kind of in this weird, you know, what the fuck is this? And are we going to get any short signals? And for those of you that are short, you know, what are your short indications? Why are you short? And don't be the person that's like, oh, I saw MACD and it crossed, so I'm short. Well, here's the deal, right? If you're short because of MACD, what about these several MACD crosses, right? These several MACD crosses that we had on the way upwards. We had one here, and we continued from 10,000 all the way to 65,000. That's a 500% gain, right? We had one during the COVID crash where we bottomed. We had one here, but then we came back upwards. I guess you could consider this let's see where this cross happened. Cross happened here, so yeah, at the top there. Okay, there you got one. You got one so far. You've got definitely two, but that happened far after the top. So yes, you know, looks like a cross. But the couple things I want to remind you, we're still in bullish territory above the intersection point. We're also on very, very low volume, right? And again, I know volume looks, you know, this is the wash trading with zero spot fees. Look at the volume candles here. They're consistently going down as price is going down in support. That's very, very bullish price action. So I'm going to leave it with that. I hope to stream Wednesday. I hope we get some action. You know, sorry about the lack of streaming lately. It's been tough. You know, there's nothing to really stream. It's also summer, so I'm trying to enjoy, you know, all of that. But you know, I'm looking to get back into the swing of things. I'm finishing up the trading school as well. We're on week 14, so whenever that ends as well, probably pick up the live stream. You guys know that when I'm doing class, I live stream less. So when class is over, I'll probably live stream a little bit more. What do you think about the Binance news? I think it's just FUD. I mean, there are major stock exchanges that get sued every single day, and there are major funds that get sued every day. There's major banks that get sued every day. It's a common occurrence. What do I think about liquidity? I don't look at liquidity charts. I think people that look at liquidity charts are wasting their time. There's no rule that says Bitcoin has to grab liquidity to go anywhere, especially with your swing trading. If you're day trading, maybe, but I don't day trade. But that's all, guys. You know, thanks for watching the stream. You got 70 people. You know, I would appreciate more, but I haven't streamed in a while, so I blame myself. You know, I'll be in Discord. If you're not in Discord, join. It's free. With all that said, be patient, use risk management. Good luck trading.